Hello everyone, welcome to Capello School. Today we'll be learning how to make an emoji watch. Okay, so what you have to do is first take out your scale, okay, and just above the A4 size sheet of paper, what you're going to do is you're going to make a line. Okay, but before that, one very important thing that you have to know about the wristband is all of us have a different size of hand, right? If I make a watch for myself, maybe you won't be able to put it. It will be very loose for you, right? So for each and every one, we'll have a different size of watch. So according to that, we will be making. Okay, so let's do one thing. Since my hand is a little more bigger, I will make the watch according to my size and I will tell you how to make it for your size also. Okay, so let's keep the paper in landscape mode like this. Okay, keep it in landscape mode. And what we are going to do is, okay, I haven't started anything yet. Okay, so listen very carefully. Keep the paper like this and keep your scale and then draw a line like this. Okay, there is no particular measurement or anything. So this is the wristband. Can you see? So this is the thickness of your wristband. If you want a very more thicker wristband, you can keep the scale here and draw the line here. If you want a thinner wristband, you can keep it here and you can draw the line. Okay, so based on the size of the wristband, you can keep moving the scale downwards. Don't make too fat wristbands. Okay, so it look like a watch, right? Okay, so draw the line. After drawing the line, okay, so after drawing the line, what we're going to do is you're going to take the scissors and we're going to cut out this wristband. Okay, so cut this out very carefully. Okay, and there we have a wristband. Very simple, right? So this is the size I have chosen for the wristband. So while making the wristband, it would be good if you're using a white paper. If you're using a color paper, make sure that you're using a very light colored paper. Don't use any dark colored paper. Okay, okay. Now what we are going to do is we are going to draw our dial. Okay, you know what a dial is? Dial is where we are going to see the clock, right? So to make it more interesting or make it look more cool, what you can do is, so what does the shape of a dial looks like? Most of it looks like a circle. Some of the time you can see a square kind of dial. Some of the time you can see a rectangular kind of dial, right? So you can draw the dial the way you want. Maybe if you want to draw heart-shaped dial, you can draw that also. Okay, also if you suppose you want to draw like a cat-shaped dial, you can draw that, or any animal-shaped dial. If you want, you can draw that. Okay, so here I'll be drawing like a bunny-shaped dial. Okay, a bunny's face I'll be drawing. Okay, we are just drawing the outline of the bunny. Okay, so based on the shape that you want, you can draw. So draw it with the pencil itself. Don't draw it with the pen initially itself. So first I'm drawing a circle. Okay, after drawing a circle, yeah, I drew it very lightly because in case if I draw very darkly initially and then later I want to erase it, it would be difficult, right? That's why I drew it lightly in the start. Now I'll make it a little more like darker. And then I'm going to draw 2 ears on the top. Okay, I drew a circle and 2 ears. Okay, and then we have to cut out this outline. We are not going to draw anything inside it, just cut it. Okay, so you guys can start cutting it. Okay, so what I did here is I just drew a shape of a dial which I wanted. Okay, so you guys can draw the shape, whichever shape that you want, you can draw, and then you have to cut it out. Cut it very carefully, don't hurry. Okay, now cut out the shape. I have cut out the shape here. Okay, next, okay, I can see most of you have done, so let's go to the next step. Now next step, what you have to do is, this is where the paper cutter which I told comes in hand. Okay, so if you don't have the paper cutter, I will tell you how to do with the scissor also. So what you're going to do is, we are going to make 2 cuts on this shape. Okay, 2 cuts, where we are going to make the 2 cuts. 1 cut we are going to make here, and 1 cut we are going to make here. Okay, so I'll show you how to make it. So these cuts we are making, why I will tell you, because we have to pass this paper. Can you see the wristband? This wristband, we have to pass it through this shape. Okay, so based on the size of your wristband is how much you're going to cut out the paper. So what you have to do is, take out this paper, keep it on the shape like this, just mark a small line. Okay, like this. So you'll get that line. So here you can cut this much, and the same wristband, you can keep it on the other side. And you can draw the line. Make the line little more bigger. Okay, not too much big. Make it little more bigger. Okay, so you will get 2 lines on this sheet of paper. Now I'll bring closer so you can see it. Can you see? 2 lines, one here and one here, because we are going to pass our wristband through this. Okay, that's why I made this 2 lines. Now we are going to cut out this line. So the thing, if we cut out with a scissor, is that if we use a scissor, we will cut out the entire paper. So that we don't want. We just need to cut out these 2 lines here. That's all. Okay, that's why I told a paper cutter. Okay, so suppose you don't have paper cutter, I'll tell you how to cut it with scissor also. So first I'll show you how to cut it with the paper cutter. Okay, so I have 2 paper cutter here. I'll be taking this one. I'll take the steel one and I will show you. So while using a paper cutter, use it very carefully, because the blade is really sharp and I don't want you guys to cut your hands. So use it very carefully. If you guys are below 10 years or 9 years, you can just tell your dad or mom to cut it for you, or you can use a scissor. Okay, so I'll tell you how to cut it with the scale. Just a second. Yeah, take out the scale, keep it on the paper and make the cut. You can make the cut 2-3 times, then it will be coming out clearly. Okay, can you see? So like this cut you need. Okay, you don't have to cut through the entire paper, just in between you need this cut here. Okay, now same like this, we have to make the cut here also. Okay, so do it very carefully. So have you seen doctors doing surgeries and all? This is how doctors do surgeries. When they have to make a small cut on the body, this is how they cut. Okay, so do it very carefully, don't cut your hands. Okay, I have made 2 cuts here. After cutting, you can just keep your paper and measure and see if your paper is passing through this. Okay, if it's not passing, you can make the cut a little more bigger. Oh, okay. Now I'll tell you how to cut it with scissor. Okay, so how to cut with scissor is that, okay, what you have to do is you have to bend it like this. Okay, bend it like this. Okay, and then take the scissor and then cut it through the line this much. Then you'll get the cut here. So I'll show it in different paper. I don't want to spoil this one, so I'll show it in a different paper. Okay. So suppose you are having this square. Okay, this is your dial. So I make 2 lines here and here. Okay, and then what you have to do is you have to bend the paper like this. Okay, bend the paper like this, do a cutting here and do a cutting here also. Then when you open, you'll get the cut. Can you see? You'll get the cuts like this. Now what we are going to do is, now we are going to check with our hands and see if this is the correct size. Now we are going to do the measurement of our hands. Okay, so what we are going to do is, okay, I'll go slowly, I won't rush. Okay, so I'll give you guys time also, but right now just take a second, pause whatever you're doing and just see what I'm doing. So what you have to do is pass this wristband through the inside. Okay, through the inside. You know what is inside, right? Through here. From inside, take it out. Okay, and then pass it through this cut. This is just to see if the measurements are correct. Okay, like this. Okay, so this thing has to come in the front. This thing has to come in front. Okay, can you see the paper? The paper, when you move, can you see? You're able to see the paper, right? It should be coming in the front. So it shouldn't be backwards. It shouldn't be like this. This is the back side of the watch and this is the front side of the watch. Okay, now how you're going to see whether you can fix it in your hand is that what you can do is you can turn the paper backside. Okay, you can keep your hands like this. Keep your hands like this. Okay, and take the watch. Okay, and slowly rotate your hand and bring it here like this. Okay, and see how much extra is coming. You can just measure. Okay, don't cut off the extra part now, just fix your hand and see. Okay, now what you're going to do is open your hand. Okay, close this paper here. Now 2 markings we are going to do. Look at that marking very carefully. Take the paper. Okay, first let's do it on this sheet of paper and then we'll do it on the other sheet of paper. Okay, so first marking will be from the top like this. Okay, and on this side the marking will be on the bottom like this. Okay, so here it will be on the top and here it will be on the bottom, the marking. So 2 markings we have to make on the wristband. Okay, let me see if I'm able to put it once again. Now you have to keep your hand inside again and see if the markings are close to your hand. Okay, both the markings have to be close to your hand. Okay, so this marking and the other marking has to be close to your hand. If it is too far away, open it again and bring this marking more closer. Okay, if it's too big, bring it more closer. I told to make 2 markings on the paper, right? Now what you're going to do is you have to cut out that marking. Okay, so first I'll show you how to cut the marking on this side. So cut only till where you have marked. Okay, cut only till here. Don't cut the entire paper, cut only till here. Okay, and even on the other side of the paper also, cut out the marking which you have made. Cut out till here. Okay, this much. Don't cut out too much. Okay, only here. So cut out those 2 markings. So now what you're going to do is on the middle, can you see? This is where, okay, let me see. Okay, so markings, what I have done is, okay, make 2 markings, one on the top and one on the bottom here. Okay, and then you have to keep your hand, okay, and close it like this and see if that marking is close to your hand. Okay, if it's too much far away, if the marking is here, what you can do is you can erase that marking, okay, and make it more closer. Okay, this is to see whether this watch is fitting rightly in your hand. Okay, keep your hand like this, close it and see the marking has to come somewhere here, close to your hand, okay, somewhere here. Okay, so do this marking here. Even on the other side also do the marking. In case if it is too large, you can bring it more closer. That's all, simple as that. Okay, now what you're going to do in the middle is where we are going to draw our emojis. Okay, different emojis we are going to draw in the center. Okay, so when we move the paper like this, when we slide it like this, the emojis are gonna change. Okay, so what we are going to do is, let us start from the start. Okay, so just right side of the marking, if this is the marking, from here is where we're going to start with our drawing. Okay, so from here we will start. Okay, and then slowly we will move it here, we'll move it here, and then we will draw. Okay, so let's start with the first emoji that you want. You can draw the emojis that you like also. Okay, if there is any personal favorite emoji that you have, you can draw that emoji as well. Okay, so let me start with the first emoji. So first let's go with a very simple and common emoji. Okay, let me draw it. Yeah, so you can use a sketch pen here directly. You can use a sketch pen, or you can use a black pen or gel pen, anything you can use. Okay, drawing the eyes. And a small nose. And a smiling mouth. Okay, like this. Now what I am going to do is I'm going to use the sketch pens. Okay, the sketch pens I have, I'm going to decorate it. So I'm going to draw some cheeks on the side as well. Some pink cheeks I'm going to draw here. So this is my first emoji. Can you see my first emoji? So this is my first emoji. Okay, then what you have to do is, can you see I made 2 eyes and a small smiling face, 2 cheeks with pink color I made, and the eyebrows and a small nose here. Okay, you can draw the same one, or you can draw the ones that you like. Okay, your personal favorite one that you can draw. Okay, Now I'm going to go with the next emoji. Okay, I'm going to go with the next emoji, so you can look and draw. So I have done around 6 emojis on this band. So how this works is when you keep moving this top one, you can keep changing the emojis like this, right? You can keep changing the emojis. Okay. So how you wear this watches, okay? You keep it in the middle, okay? You put your hand, I'll show you. So listen how I'm going to wear this wristband. You keep your hand in the middle, okay? If you can't wear it on your own, you can tell your dad or mom to wear it for you, or you can tell any of your friends to wear it for you. And what you're going to do is take out this side, okay? Take out this side, the left hand side, and keep it under your fingers like this, okay? And now take out the other side, okay? And can you see both the in between that line that which we have cut, there we have to fix it and we have to connect it. That's all, okay? And it will stay like this.